The whispers of London streets are louder than ever. Behind every curtain, a secret waits. In the glow of candlelight, a touch can start a fire, and a glance can change everything. Sophie and Benedict are on the edge of discovering love, danger, and desire all in the same breath. This is not just another season. This is a story that will steal your heart and leave you longing for more. A thick fog rolls over the cobblestone streets of London. Horse-drawn carriages pass silently, their wheels clattering softly against the stones. The city feels alive, yet tense, as if it's holding its breath, waiting for something unseen to happen. Lamps flicker in the mist, casting long shadows that dance along the walls of grand townhouses. In the distance, the faint echo of a piano drifts from an open window, a single, haunting note that seems to linger in the air. We see the outline of a grand ballroom through tall windows. Candles shimmer inside, their flames reflected in polished marble floors. Silhouetted figures move gracefully, a swirl of elegant dresses and crisp coats, but no faces are shown. The camera lingers on a glove left behind on a chair, a hint of a handkerchief caught on the edge of a table, and a locket glinting under the candlelight. Every object tells a story, but the story itself remains a mystery. The music begins to swell, soft strings building tension. A faint whisper of gossip, almost like the wind itself is speaking, floats through the air. They say the season will be unlike any other. Secrets will be revealed. The sound grows, blending with the orchestral rise, pulling the viewer closer to the unseen drama unfolding inside the walls. A shadow crosses the garden outside the ballroom, a silhouette of a figure walking deliberately along a trimmed hedge, gloved hand brushing against flowers as if searching for something or someone. The camera moves slowly, following the figure, hinting at a story about to begin, a connection waiting to be made. The world is beautiful, delicate, and tense, and everything points towards Sophie and Benedict, though they are not yet fully revealed. The season is poised to unfold, and the audience is left on the edge, craving what happens next. A soft breeze stirs the leaves of the garden. A delicate silhouette moves slowly along a stone path, her gloved hands lightly touching the petals of blooming roses. Every step is careful, deliberate, as if she carries a secret she cannot yet share. A ribbon in her hair catches the sunlight, glinting like a promise. The camera lingers on her hands as they clutch a folded note, the edges worn, the ink slightly smudged. She pauses at a fountain, and though her face is never shown, the tension in her posture tells a story: anticipation, worry, and longing, all in one quiet moment. In another part of the city, a man's hand tightens around a letter, his fingers brushing over the seal. He adjusts the cuff of his coat, the movement precise, controlled. Yet there is a weight in the way he moves. Shadows stretch across his figure as he walks through a hallway, lined with flickering candles, a fleeting glimpse of polished boots. On the marble floor, a hand resting briefly on a railing. Small details reveal a man of poise, yet one carrying the burden of responsibility, an unspoken desire. The music swells gently, strings weaving a tender, almost hesitant melody. The camera cuts between the two figures, her hands tracing a locket, his fingers holding the letter tightly. There is a rhythm to their movements, a subtle harmony. Even though they are apart, the world around them is alive with whispers, the rustle of skirts, the soft shuffle of footsteps, the distant echo of laughter. It is a world of elegance and restraint, but beneath it all, something is stirring. Finally, the two paths almost converge, a fleeting shadow of Sophie moving past a balcony, a glimpse of Benedict stepping into the garden below. Their hands nearly touch across a gate, separated by a few inches, but the tension is palpable. The camera lingers on this almost moment, the unsaid connection between them. The text appears softly on screen, two hearts destined to collide. The audience feels the pull of what is coming, the promise of love, and the secrets that could change everything. Moonlight spills over a quiet garden, casting long shadows across the stone paths. Sophie stands beneath an arch of roses, her gloved fingers twisting nervously at a delicate ribbon. A folded note rests in her palm, the wax seal broken, words inside hidden from view, but the urgency in her hands betrays the weight of its message. Every sound feels magnified, the distant laughter from the ballroom, the soft rustle of leaves, the faint creak of a gate swinging open. Across the estate, Benedict moves with quiet determination. His shadow stretches across the corridor as he walks briskly, fingers brushing against the polished wood of the railing. He pauses by a candlelit window, the flame reflecting off a golden signet ring. A letter trembles slightly in his hand, and though his face remains unseen, his posture speaks volumes: tension, resolve, and a hint of longing. The world around him seems to hold its breath, waiting for the inevitable collision of secrets and hearts. The music shifts, soft strings entwined with a hint of a piano, slow yet urgent. Quick glimpses tell a story, Sophie's hand trembling as she lifts a delicate glass. Benedict's shadowed hand hovering over a burning candle, a garden. Gate swinging in the wind. The flutter of a ribbon caught on a hedge. Each image hints at hidden feelings, unspoken words, and a connection neither can fully express. Their paths are intertwined, yet unseen obstacles threaten to pull them apart. A near touch across a balcony, a hand brushing the edge of a letter. A candle flickering in the wine-dull moments of tension and intimacy without revealing a single face. On the screen, the words appear softly, love, and the secrets that threaten it. The audience is left in anticipation, heartbeats quickening, feeling both the promise of romance and the shadow of conflict waiting to strike. The season's drama is quietly building. A storm hidden beneath elegance, longing, and whispered secrets, shadows, stretch long across the hallways of the estate. Candles flicker violently as if stirred by an unseen hand. A door creaks open slowly, and a figure silhouetted and unrecognizable steps into the dim light. The camera follows from behind, capturing only the swish of fabric and the clink of a ring against a railing. Something urgent hangs in the air, each step echoes like a warning. In the garden, Sophie's gloved hands tighten round a letter that has suddenly caught fire at the edges. Smoke curls into the night sky, curling and twisting like a warning, across the estate. Benedict pauses mid-step, shadows playing across his coat as he moves toward a flickering candle. His fingers linger over a sealed envelope, hesitating, unsure whether to open it or to destroy it. The music rises, tense strings and soft percussion driving the heartbeat of the scene, pulling the audience into the uncertainty. Quick flashes, a masked ball in motion, silhouettes twirling under the chandeliers, a hurriedly dropped handkerchief, footsteps pounding along marble corridors, the flutter of a curtain hiding someone watching from the shadows. The tension is tangible, almost suffocating, yet every moment hints at the romance simmering beneath it. Sophie and Benedict are close, so close, but the secrets and dangers surrounding them threaten to keep them apart. The screen briefly goes dark, then a single candle flickers to life, revealing a hand holding a locket, another hovering over a letter, and a garden gate swinging in the wind. On screen, the words appear softly but sharply: passion, betrayal. The stakes have never been higher. The audience feels the collision of love and danger, the thrill of anticipation, and the pull of the story that is only just beginning to unfold. Shadows, whispers, and nearly touched hands carry the promise of heartbreak and desire. Bridgerton has never felt this suspenseful.